Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact Talk for Impact fans right here on the YouTube and the Twitch and wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide, baby. Oh, man, some new stuff tonight. Got a bigger mess behind me. Got new headphones on, so if I seem a little, a little out of it, it's just me adjusting to, just the sound of everything and how stuff sounds. So just bear with me tonight. I'm not high. I'm not drunk. I'm just, kind of like, whoa. I mean, just listening.
Going through it.
Yeah. I'm just listening to the intro on these new headphones. I thought I was like, back in Milwaukee at the arena at some concert, it was like, holy crap. It was like, I never heard it sound so big before. It's just insane. I'm like, is that what it sounds like? Instead of having those tiny little plugs in your ears, you got some decent noise canceling headphones. Oh my God, it's larger than life. How you doing, Alicia?
I'm doing good. Getting ready for the holidays.
Oh yeah, we got Christmas coming up and Hanukkah. I practice, celebrating Christmas. Other people out there, I know Mayor in the comments always gets me like, hey, some of us don't celebrate Christmas. Hey, just to everyone who's celebrating and or not celebrating, I hope you have just an amazing holiday season. Stay safe. We love all you guys, no matter what. No prejudice here at all. You guys know how it goes here. So, yeah, lots happening in the world of TNA. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Bill is, yeah, and we're just gonna keep it real casual tonight, just because I got no format except for what's in front of me on the website and what happened on the results page. I mean, I watched most of it. It may or may not have, dozed off for part of it just because I'm, the old man bone, it's, you guys know how it is. But I'm, tonight's show is sponsored by, I don't know what the hell this is. I got this at the dollar store earlier this afternoon. I don't know if you can see this. It's called Big Game Energy. It's tastes like cotton candy. So it's,
ooh. I thought it was in Arizona. Oops.
No, this is like some kind of like psychedelic deer on it. It's really whoa.
The cotton candy sugar. You make sure you better floss after that.
It's zero sugar. It's zero sugar. It just looks really weird. I'm like,
well, zero sugar just means that there's a sugar substitute in it, so there's still technically a sweetener in it. It's just probably more of like a artificial. Which be careful because some of those can be harmful.
This is true. That's why I'm backing it up with the brand new Kit Kat here that I got.
What flavor?
It's one of their new ones. What is this? King size chocolate frosted donut. So I'm evening it out with that. So just trying to wake up. Yeah. Making anybody hungry out there, drooling a little. Sorry.
Makes me want a Kit Kat.
So,
Kit Kats are the best, seriously.
I love the jingles. Love the jingles. So how's everyone out there doing tonight? Hope you guys are well. Yep, there's Mayor. Hanukkah already happened, J-Bone, but thanks. Yeah, all right. See, I don't know. Just I just try to.
That's why we say holidays, because there's many, and they don't all fall on the same day. They just might all be in the same month.
That's right. Yeah, back to back, next to each other, in front, behind, first, last, whatever. It's just everybody just be good to each other this season. Just Just be good, you know. All right. So let's start off with. All right. So no major, super major announcements. We got a little something on the show tonight, and we'll get to it. But the matches certainly were fun, and we'll get to those in a little bit. Excuse me. And as we go through these, excuse me, give us your feedback too. Did you like what you saw tonight? Did you personally vote for any of these? And let us know what you think of the news that we're going to hit right now. So starting out, and there's a ton of news here. So just bear with me. We'll get to the actual show, but sometimes the news is more exciting than the show itself, because especially right now with everything TNA. Speaking of TNA, actual website itself is now officially TNAwrestling.com. So that's kind of cool. Everything's starting to shift. You feel the momentum changing. It should, because it's coming, folks. It's coming. A lot of hard to kill news here. We got. Not sure what was announced most recently on the last show that you guys covered. I was in there for a little bit, but we'll start with this. With the announcement of El Hijo del Vikingo. You got the triple threat for the X Division title at TNA Hard to Kill. You got Sabin defending against Kushida and Vikingo. That is going to be absolutely insane. I mean, we're starting out the year with some bangers here.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone likes triple threats and, four-way or fatal four, whatever, 5 ways, but this should be fun. So, and this may change. There's 3 weeks away, 2-3 weeks away. They may change this up and throw more people in this, but for now, it's a triple threat. So hold on to your butts, folks. Dr. Gerbs, yeah, we'll get to all that. We'll get to all the signings and the re-signings. We'll get to it. Next, we got some. This is exciting. Especially for me, being an action figure guy, I collect a few. TNA Wrestling partners with Powertown Wrestling to produce TNA action figures and accessories. Now you can go to the website and read the full article. I'm not going to read the whole thing here live, but Alicia, are you familiar with the Powertown action figures?
Nope.
Not okay. So you're not a collector of the figgies, so to speak.
No, I'm more along the lines is that if I can find an action figure of something I really enjoy, then I'll buy one. But I'm not a collector. It's like, wait,
gotcha.
He's missing.
So you got like a couple of little this, little that, but nothing.
Yeah.
More than knickknacks as opposed to collecting. Gotcha. Yeah.
Like Cabal.
Oh, there you go. Who is that?
It's Cabal from Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, see, that's cool. That's cool.
Swords.
That's awesome if you're into that. Yeah. So I'm very excited. We haven't had TNA action figures in forever. I just upgraded one of my my customs. I made my Moose action figure from a basic to an elite, and all that means is he's got better articulation to pose him around or whatever. So I'll show that off on the show sometime soon. Don't spit out your drink. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't know why that was. I don't know why. I don't know.
I tried to keep it simple and technical, so that it's like
I don't know.
makes it more fun to play with. No, just kidding.
I still they're not here. They're in storage, but I still have my Raven and Petey Williams action figures from the original lines.
Oh, that's tremendous.
Yeah. In the box, perfect condition. I got to get them. Next time I head over there, I'll remember to pick them up.
Yeah, you got to dig those out and show them off. Hell yeah. Put them put them on the wall above the tank back there.
Yeah, probably not over the tank, only because they might fall in, go for a swim, and then I'm going to lose out on a potential sale. Yeah, I was going to say they might be worth something, right? Maybe.
I'll buy them.
They're perfect condition. The box, like they're in the box and everything.
Awesome.
Got those at Walmart for $9 each.
Classics. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know how much these new figgies are going to be costing, but one thing we do know from Power Town is they recently put out a line of classic figures, which include Kerry Von Erich, Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody, among many others. Now, the price point on those is a hefty $50 each. So
that makes sense.
It does. I mean, if you're only making so much, you got to get your money's worth from them when you're selling them. But for your typical wrestling fan, collectors are going to pay whatever. They don't care, like myself. But I still, I really don't want to spend the $50. That's a lot, typically on the shelf, you pay your average $20, $28 a fig for the nice ones, $10, $15 for the cheaper ones. Just hoping that they bring the price point down for that line and that they're not super mega expensive. Like the MLWs are anywhere from 20 to 40 some bucks. It's like, come on, man. It really?
MLW, the company, has action figures?
Yeah. Yeah. Theirs are made from Boss Fight. Yeah. And those are really good. Those are really good. I've got a couple of them. I made that custom Taurus, and then I got recently I got a couple Tayas. Gonna make a custom Taya pretty soon. Gonna paint her purple or something. I don't know. I haven't decided. So I got one in the package and one out. So yeah, it's crazy because now Taya is over at AEW. I'm like, sorry, it took me a second. She's bounced around so much recently. All right, so that line of figs is. The line of figs is supposed to be announced soon in the new year. The pre-orders are coming up in the spring, and they'll be shipped in the summer in August 2024. So, exciting news for action figure collectors like myself. All right. Then we got a big announcement this past week saying Worlds will collide on January 13th. You won't believe who is showing up. So I know typically when we ask you for predictions on guessing on who's gonna show up and who's this and who's that, I know Alicia typically doesn't. She just
let me be surprised.
Right. She wants to be surprised. She doesn't do too much guessing, but I'll ask our audience, what do you think this means? Worlds colliding. Do you think for TNA, do you think we're going to get a return surprise of like AJ Styles showing up for the event, to help celebrate TNA? And don't go freaking out on me. Yes, I know he's with the WWE. I know this. But, he's showed up on camera before within the last couple years for I don't remember what it was for. Do you remember what it was for?
No.
It was some pay-per-view. And it was some celebratory thing that he showed up for. Yeah, maybe Sting. Who knows? Zach Bonifer says Okada. Well, Okada was already announced for the following day, so he's not showing up for the pay-per-view. But that'd be nice. Sting from Barry Monkey on Twitch. That'd be cool. Very cool. Would love Stinger. John Palmer. Anyone surprised that Sammy signed with MLW? I am.
I didn't hear the news.
Yeah, Sammy Callahan apparently signed with MLW. I was a little surprised at that. That of course doesn't show up on the Impact TNA radar page, but
Obviously,
it's still out there. I saw that he was announced for a match, so I don't know if he's actually signed or if he's just going there for now. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't seen any like official news. If anyone has seen the official news, by all means, drop it in the chat. We'll share it with everyone. But yeah, because I thought he was on his way to AEW. It's like, hey, whatever.
it's what happens when you try to predict where people are going to end up.
Right? Who knows? Maybe NWA next. Who knows? But hey, just hope he's happy wherever he goes. We miss him, but that's the biz. That's the biz. So yeah, put your thoughts in the chat. Let us know. For me personally, I have no idea. It's going to be a very Hard to Kill is going to be just a very exciting night. Then we got some roster announcements. We got the news that they signed Jade Chung, and she will be the new TNA ring announcer. Well, that's very exciting. She will replace good old David Penzer, who stepped down as ring announcer. You excited for this news, Alicia?
Sure. Bursting at the seams.
What's that?
Bursting at the seams.
Bursting at the seams. Well, you saw her at a recent event, didn't you? What did you think of her?
I'm sorry, who? Sorry.
Jade Chung.
Oh yeah, we saw at the thousandth episode. Apparently, I can't speak. Yeah, she's fine. She does a good job. Anytime they've brought her in for any of oh my god, Josh's stints, she's definitely shined. Like they showed in tonight, when she jumped in to defend her husband against Bully Ray. Put hands on him. She's tough. But I think it'll be fun to have her as a ring announcer. Although I'm not gonna lie, I would like to see her more as an active roster member. But that's okay. We'll take her any way we get. She does a great job.
This is true. She and I haven't seen a lot of her wrestling stuff. Certainly we got a touch of that this year when she was like Alicia said, she's backing up her man Josh in the ring. Wow, and that was a great memory too. I know that's talking about the show, going back and forth between news and that, but damn, she did that a springboard, what was that, the DDT into the tax? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
That was wild. Such, and it's so much happens throughout the year, and that's why a lot of people I know skip these shows, but I'm glad I watched some of it because man, it just brings back some good memories.
Yeah, it was a good year.
So a lot of crazy stuff happened this year. So yeah, congrats to Jade Chung. Definitely deserving, very hardworking. We'll see how things go for her in 2024. I'm sure everything's going to be great. Then we get news of the re-signing of Brian Myers. Now, you may boo him when he gets in the ring, but I tell you what, a guy like Brian Myers is a part of the roster who is a veteran. I will definitely appreciate him being in the ring. But all I'm going to ask is, damn, bring the price of your action figures down, because man, I ain't paying $75, bro. Come on. I might buy one of the older ones because those are, on the market coming down in price a little bit. Jeez Louise. What do you think about Brian Myers?
Cool. Right on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with him and Moose and Eddie Edwards in 2024.
Well, I think I said at one of the prior shows is that I think they are separating Moose from Brian Myers and just going with him and Eddie Edwards, which would make sense.
It does. I mean, because the matches were announced for Snake Eyes. I know it's going to be, they announced Moose, Edwards, and Myers versus Sabin, Shelley, and Okada. So there's that. But beyond that, we'll have to wait and see what they do. They may do after that. That might be the splitting point. We'll see.
I thought, whatever. I thought they already did it.
Yeah. Then scrolling. All right. Then we got the announcement of Hard to Kill. We're gonna have a Knockouts Ultimate X. That is gonna be a blast. No names are attached to this yet. I don't know if it's gonna be for let's see here. Let me just quick check on this. See if it's going to be for anything specific here. Match type synonymous with TNA Wrestling. Ultimate X will make its highly anticipated return at Hard to Kill, but for only the second time in history, the Knockouts will compete in a high-risk, high-wire spectacle. Who will risk it all for a shot at greatness? Okay, so it's sometimes for a title, sometimes just for a chance at a title later on. That's what it looks like it's going to be here. But yeah, it's a very exciting second time in history. What Knockouts are going to win that one? So yeah, in the chat, drop who you want to see in the Knockouts Ultimate X. Then we got some more signing and re-signing news. Danny Luna of Subculture signed with TNA. So that's some really good news.
Cool.
That, we're going to see more of Subculture in the new year. I know a lot of people, and including our crew, were saying, wow, hopefully they'll actually sign on the dotted line and we'll see more of them, because it was only in the UK and the Canadian shows that we were seeing Subculture, I believe, wasn't it?
You're asking me questions I don't have the answers to.
I don't think they were at any of the actual US shows, and I know that was upsetting for some of the fans, because then they actually gave them the titles for a bit. But oh man, here we go. You definitely got a fan here. So Liam Oliver says Alicia is my pick in Ultimate X. Scott, come on, sign her. So do you think you're up for the up for it? Start your career. No, one of the hardest matches in wrestling history. You're gonna You gonna cross the line, Alicia? Come on.
I like pulled a shoulder just sleeping. So no, I won't be trying to sign for an Ultimate X. I'm not a knockout. I don't wrestle.
You like snore and wake yourself up, you twitch and ow.
And no, it's just sleeping. that did the strain, is just sleeping. No, I couldn't. I snapped a tendon in my hand. I can't climb nothing, so it's like I can't even put pressure in my fingers like that. So no thanks.
I suppose I would hinder that. Oh, here.
I got no grip strength.
Jerry Brown here with the big comment says the big signing is J-Bone. J-Bone Rock as GM for TNA since Hogan's not available. They got a clone. Me? Okay.
Love that.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. GM, maybe better as a manager, but I ain't taking no bumps. I'll tell you that for damn sure. But yeah, congrats to Danny Luna. We also, you guys cracked me up. Who is in the chat tonight? My goodness.
Everybody.
What are you guys drinking or smoking? My goodness. We got a re-signing. Speaking of smoking, we got a re-signing of the Rascals.
Smoke them if you got them.
Love the Rascals. Yeah. And now,
is it just Wentz and Miguel, or are they Myron Reed as well?
It just, in the picture, it just has Miguel and Wentz.
Was that like a one-time only to have Myron in there?
I guess so. I don't know if that was like a tryout. Maybe we'll see more of him in the future. I mean,
we've seen him before, though. That wasn't like a debut or anything. You know what? I smoke a lot of weed. I don't know why I'm trying.
It's okay. It's okay.
God, effort. I tried to be professional.
He spent several years, and I saw him live, but it was, well before the pandemic, so it's all a little fuzzy for me too.
A time.
He did some great stuff in MLW, and I know people for the longest time were hoping that he would show up in TNA or Impact Wrestling with his boys, because he's part of that crew as well.
Mm-hmm.
So. But we'll see. Maybe if I don't know what the situation is there. If the fans cheer loud enough, maybe we'll see. So the ultimate signing is Bill. There we go. Yes. Get Bill on the ultimate fan experience, for life thing. And just make him the official honorary member. So he deserves it. He's front row for every show.
Hi, bub.
Let's see. And that's it for the actual news. They had the announcements throughout the show. Oh, kitty. Kitty. Mayor in the chat here says Kurt Bauer was hanging around TK when he decided to sign Matt Riddle. That's a possibility. That is absolutely a possibility there. Surprising there. Very surprising. That's going to be an interesting one to watch in the new year.
Frosty and the Snowman?
Yes.
Allegedly?
Yeah.
Allegedly.
My goodness. Yeah. You saw that little Muppet song, didn't you?
Yeah, it was great.
Fred shared
fucking hilarious.
that Trent shared in our own private chat. And it was I don't know who did that. I ain't gonna find the YouTube channel, but that was hilarious. Tony the Snowman. All right. I'm not gonna sing it here. I'll get a copyright strike. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it for news. Like I always say, let us know in the chat what you think of all the big news that we got coming here. Some of it's a little bigger than others, but in the new year, we're going to be seeing even more big news because as of today, a lot of those free agents that got let go from WWE are now free. And if you pay attention to the social medias, one that was all over the X, if you will, lighting it up with match announcements all over the place. And I mean, all over. Several different companies want this guy. So I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that TNA is going to get a piece of this as well. The former, well, I don't know. I guess that's his name. So he's, I wasn't sure if it was his real name or, WWE given name, but Mustafa Ali has been announced for several different matches all over the place, including Warrior Wrestling just south of me in Chicago. He's going to be wrestling Trey Miguel.
Okay.
That match caught a lot of eyes. So going to be seeing when tickets go on sale for that. I believe they said it was happening in March, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that is definitely a name I would love to see, as they say, cross the line. Let me know in the chat if you saw any other news about the free agents and where they might be showing up. And no, don't talk to me about Top Dollar. I'm not a fan. They can keep him.
Who?
Top Dollar. Let's just say his in-ring work was something to be. Was never impressed with him. Just, yeah. Maybe down the line somewhere. I love big guys in wrestling, but
I don't know who it is. I'm sorry.
No, he was one of the ones that was let go from WWE. So
okay, but you know what? At this point, it's like every other month with them, so it's getting hard to keep up with.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's very true. Oh, here we go. The doctor here says, I would love to see any and all of them appear in TNA except Ziggler. See, now I'm a big fan of Ziggler's as far as like experience from that whole list. Ziggler's got the most experience, and he's still in tremendous shape. I mean, he's in better shape now than he was back then. The guy's crazy. So we'll see. Yeah, Shelton Benjamin, so many of them. Elias. Who's going to walk with Elias? And will he walk across the line into TNA? All right. On to the show itself. Best of Impact. This is part 1. Best of Impact 2023. Let's see. First match featured here was a fun one. We already touched on it a little bit when we were talking about the signing of Jade Chung, because she certainly got involved in this one. It was from Hard to Kill, 2023, of course. The Impact World Championship being defended, Full Metal Mayhem. Josh Alexander versus Bully Ray. Any thoughts on this one, Alicia?
Like the first time we watched it was just a good match. Really appreciated Jade's involvement. So, yeah. Sorry, I'm ill prepared. I didn't realize we were reviewing things we already reviewed. So you're not going to get great statements out of me.
I hear you. No, I'm just kind of going down the list of things that went on in the show.
It's good. I'm glad you made it to the top of the hour.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay. We're not, I mean, it's not an in-depth thing. I know we already, we saw them and everything. It's just, just going over them a little. Title versus career is next, and that was also from Hard to Kill. Jordynne Grace versus Mickie James. And that was I think a surprise to a lot of people, because Mickie James actually got the title at that one.
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
Well, she's the GOAT, man, so of course.
She is. And it's matches like that remind us how damn good she is,
Yeah. Still kicking.
She is. So I think she's stepping away from the company for a little bit. Everyone's assuming she's going to go where her husband's going. Hey, whatever,
That's what she does.
Yeah. It's
doors always open for her, and I think that's good.
Yeah. She's got an excellent repertoire with the company. Former multi-time world champ. We know it's Royal Rumble season, so hey, maybe she'll show up for the Royal Rumble somewhere else in a few weeks, and then maybe come back. Who knows? We'll see. Nonetheless, she's going to kick ass wherever she's doing it. Another part of the best of 2023, of course, we have the awards, and we have the Knockouts Tag Team of the Year. And they announced Masha Slamovich and Killer Kelly MK Ultra are the Knockouts Tag Team of the year.
The fans have voted, and MK Ultra was the winner here.
Yes. Yeah. No surprise there. Big fans of them. I think our whole crew is. They really how do I say this? Turned a lot of heads. They really did. As soon as they had their rivalry against each other, people were pairing them up like, oh, just make it happen. And they did,
Well, it made sense. Sometimes they pair people together and it's like, I like to call it a platypus. It's a thing, but it doesn't make sense. But in their case, they're both very violent and unique ladies. So they just fit perfectly together. They got a great aesthetic. I can even say that there are fans that aren't in the wrestling community that they stand out to people. You know what I mean? You go on Tumblr and people talk about MK Ultra and shit. It's really interesting.
That's very cool. That's very cool. And especially if you follow what they do on the independent scene outside the company, especially Masha. I mean, Masha's been tearing it up with the guys and girls alike. So that she's right there,
elite.
She is one tough chick. It's unbelievable. What the mayor. Platypus. TNI's word of the year. Yeah, it might be one of them. It's one of the more unique ones.
I calls it like I sees it, and a lot of them are platypus teams. They exist, but they don't make sense.
Right. Yeah, and some click and some don't. And that's that's
what happens when you make a platypus.
Right.
It's just,
you look at a platypus and you're like, what the hell is this?
What the fuck?
It's a duck. It's a
venomous. You know they're venomous. Platypuses are, yeah, they're a venomous duck beaver thing.
So like they bite. Well, they don't have stingers or nothing. What do they?
No, it's a bite. I believe it's a bite.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's like honey badgers. They don't give a fuck.
That's wow. Like honey badger, only different.
Yeah.
All right. Remember the good old honey badger?
You don't give a fuck.
All right. Oh man, love it. All right, next we've got highlights from the 1000th episode of Impact Wrestling. This was a blast. Pardon me. We got the knockouts. Oh, it was multi-knockout tag match. So we had Gail Kim, Mickie James, Awesome Kong, Trinity, and Jordynne Grace versus Savannah Evans, Angelina Love, Gisele Shaw. I always want to say Angelina Jolie. I don't know why. My brain is just off. The return of Tasha Steelz and Deonna Purrazzo. This match was so much fun. Everybody getting their shit in here. And I believe it was Awesome Kong that actually got the win here.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think about the veterans coming back for this one? They
actually I was there for that match, so
that's right.
Yeah, me and Bill were at the 1000th episode tapings, and it was good. Seeing some fucking legends in the ring with the new wave of wrestling, soon to be legends one day, you know. I just thought it was a great match. It was a fun match. Gail, I believe I said this last time, Gail Kim was the MVP of that freaking match, because she went through it.
Right off the top rope to the outside. My gosh.
Yeah, yep. You know, it's like a roller coaster with her, because it's like, oh fuck, it's Gail Kim, and then oh shit, is she hurt? And then she's okay. Like it was a glass case of emotion. It was good. It was nice.
They all worked really well together. You know, that locker room takes a lot of pride in, I think, working well with each other, protecting each other, putting on a damn good show. I mean, yeah, a lot of TNA Impact fans are biased, but I think they have a right to say that, you know, as far as women's locker rooms, man, it's hard to compare. It really is.
I think what makes me happy about it is that you get the idea that they're all genuinely friends, and it's a sisterhood so much as a competition. And granted, it's the way of the beast to have competition, but for some reason, just Impact stands out is that there's a little more solidarity between everybody, understanding that they're all working towards a common goal. And that's just making the company better, stronger, faster, and more innovative. Right. Because that's how our women throw down.
Exactly. You don't hear about, oh, this locker room is so fragile and, you know, that kind of shit going on like you hear in other companies. They all stand behind each other because, you know, it's kind of like the aspect of being like the underdog in the industry. You know, you're just working that much harder, you know. Here, bonus.
You actually like the people you work with.
Right. That helps. Gisele Shaw selling Awesome Kong, standing behind her, gold. Yes, that was so funny. She's all talking smack, and then all of a sudden she starts like freaking out. She senses it, and great moment in the match, and then she gets her ass handed to her.
Facts.
Beautiful. So, a lot of fun. Next year, we get the Impact World Tag Team Champions, ABC, Ace Austin and Chris Bay, versus the Motor City Machine Guns in their own Ultimate X match. And this was at Rebellion, the Rebellion pay-per-view. Man, just I talk about it all the time, how much I love tag team wrestling, and this, and that it's all subjective. The division has gone through ups and downs as far as who comes, who goes, who stands out, who doesn't. But man, it's stuff like this that makes this division really stand out on top. And then following highlights from this match, we got the announcement of male tag team of the year is ABC, the Bullet Club, Chris Bay and Ace Austin, and they are currently the tag team champions. So very exciting there. Congrats to those guys. They have had an amazing year ever since being put together. And it was like we just had this conversation just seconds ago talking about how you put people together. It's platypus,
Yeah.
What do you think about the year of 2023 for these guys, Alicia?
Remind me really quick.
What do you the road that ABC has been on this year?
Oh God, I'm so I know.
It
That's what I
started
thought
at the
you said.
beginning of the year, and they've just had a roller coaster year. What do you think about this past year?
I think it's well deserved because I was a little concerned when they first teamed these guys together, especially with how big it was. Granted, their formation happened in another company, and with a bigger group with the Bullet Club. I was concerned because I noticed that they were kind of getting put in the opening match every week. And, it's like for a team like that, I felt like they deserved better. And I'm glad Impact went along, not because I said so, obviously, but, they saw what they had and decided to bank on it. And ABC, hopefully for a long time coming, is going to be a top dominating tag team. And so,
yeah, hard work pays off. Starting out in that tournament in Japan, and when they got back to the States, man, they were working like a well-oiled machine, and it just got better throughout the year. Travis here has another thought in the chat. He says Joya is tag team of the year. They were robbed. What do you think about that one?
I will just say that Yuya should get nicest person of the year. Joya was fine, but it didn't last long enough to get the nod. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were robbed, though. We were robbed. As fans, we were robbed because that had a lot of potential. It made Joe Hendry a little more tolerable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people actually started liking him more when he started tagging with Yuya, because
he stopped ruining people's lives so much when he started tagging with Yuya.
Right, he wasn't a homewrecker.
He was, dude. He's those beginning sketches. Like, if we're gonna talk about fun things that happened this year, is those opening segments when they were bringing Joe in were like, what the fuck is this guy? Like, wait, like I didn't know how to perceive him, because was he a face? Like, clearly they're trying to promote him as a face, but he's doing heelish shit. Like, again, ruining people's lives. But everybody's just happy about it. So it's like, is this some devil shit? What's going on here? But,
Yeah.
You
Like
really made him
the classic Sean O'Hare. If you know, you know.
a devil gimmick.
Yes. Devil made you do it.
And no, it was like a demented Mentos commercial. That's what I would describe Joe Hendry as. Just, I fucked your life up. Mentos.
Just damn close.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah. So nonetheless, congrats to Male Tag Team of the Year, ABC. If you guys have other thoughts, drop it in the chat. Wrestling is subjective. Go ahead. Give us your thoughts. Let's see. Another highlight from the year from Rebellion is the Impact World Championship match. It was vacant at the time. It was after Josh, he says here, after Josh Alexander was forced to relinquish the Impact World Championship due to injury, Steve Maclin and Kushida faced off to determine the new title holder at Rebellion. And I know people are going to say, oh, this was so predictable and blah, 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 blah. I try to look at it like, you could predict it all you want. No one really knows until it happens, I was absolutely a fan of both of these guys at the time, but I was happy that Steve won, but I certainly would have been happy if Kushida won as well. It's nice to see someone like him get that recognition and at least in this case get the chance, get the opportunity to. So yeah, made Steve Maclin the first time in his career being a world champion. That's pretty exciting. Excuse me, my goodness. Then breaking news. Breaking news during the show. The Rascals re-signed. We touched on that earlier. It's just Trey and just Wentz. No.
That's kind of a bummer.
It is. But like I said, we don't know what. I think 2024 is going to bring a lot of new faces, a lot of surprises to the company. Damn it. And the third guy is just escaping me now. What was his name again?
Myron Reed.
Yes, thank you, Myron Reed. Like I can see him, and it just right out of the brain. It's how the brain of J-Bone goes once in a while. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. As fans, sometimes we just got to be patient. Let's see. Then another. Oh, they went heavy on this Rebellion pay-per-view, but well deserved. This was a lot of fun. And this is only part one. We're gonna get a part 2 next week, so that'll be exciting. Oh, getting a surprise here. Adding to the show, maybe. Is this gonna happen? Maybe. Looks like Bill's trying to join the show. He's
I thought I heard the little.
Yeah. Heard a boop. That's anybody else who podcasts out there and work with StreamYard. You hear the boop. Someone tried to join. There he is.
Hey, what's up?
I can just see your eyeballs, and I feel like this is the best shot of the year. It's so cinematic.
I'm like a ninja.
Yeah, exactly. Like a noir film.
It's Bill on the road. How you doing, Bill?
Doing good. Just I'm a little bit past. I'm near like Bethlehem, Pennsylvania right now. So
okay.
Former site of TNA greatness. But just making my way back from Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. I was at the GCW holiday special. So just making my way back. Had Mike Bailey, Masha Slamovich, a couple Impact talents there.
Nice.
That's what's up.
Who did they face tonight?
Mike Bailey, it was funny. He faced Jimmy Lloyd, but he was roasting Jimmy. So he was doing the he was doing a complete Zack Ryder gimmick.
Okay.
Wow.
So that was pretty funny. And then Masha faced one called Manders. So pretty hard hitting match there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That guy's insane.
We'll give you a little, because I know you were talking about like some of the free agents, the non-competes and stuff like that earlier. There was a debut, a GCW debut of one of those free agents. Top Dollar showed up.
Oh boy.
That's really funny.
Well, wow. Just, GCW can really be proud that they signed Top Dollar.
Actually, I'm not familiar with him at all, but his heel antics were pretty amusing.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I think he'll make a name for himself in GCW. They'll find something for him.
Yeah.
So now a lot of interesting things happening. So I know you had the best of show tonight, but obviously a lot of big news I know you talked about. So should be some good signings, some teases of a huge signing at Hard to Kill.
Well, before we let you go, Bill, who do this news of this, worlds colliding and big signings and stuff? Who do you think is going to be a big surprise for Hard to Kill? Who do you think?
It's a tough call. Like I've thought about it. I've gone a few different directions on it. I think the key is that worlds colliding, the graphic. It does feel it's somebody either from another promotion, more known in another promotion, or somebody from like the heyday of TNA. It's one of those two scenarios. I know there's all like the talk that they're in on Okada talks, but Okada is he's in New Japan at Hard to Kill. So if they unless they were able to do something where like he went on early in LA and got that private jet money, I don't think he could actually be there in person for Hard to Kill. So I'm going to cross him off the list. I know people are talking maybe some type of AJ thing. That he did show up via video. I wouldn't say it's an impossibility, but probably not likely. It's a tough call. I know they're a guy I said last time on the show, like I've seen in Vegas before, is Nick Nemeth, the former Dolph Ziggler. I could see that could be a possibility. But I think we're all going to be surprised on who it is. I don't think it's going to be a name that's out there. I think it's going to be a name that people didn't know was even available.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat here were talking about the possibility of Sting showing up for the show.
I could see that, and because he is kind of in this last, it would be a deal to maybe have a one-off here or a few appearances, because he was a big TNA guy, obviously, for a long time. So I could see that to kind of put the little check mark on the way out the door. So I wouldn't be against that. I think that would be obviously names like AJ, Sting. When you go to the past, those guys make a lot of sense. And Scott DeMore isn't and I'm a huge fan, isn't Dixie, isn't Tony Khan, who always say big announcement.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't really need big announcement. Scott DeMore, I don't think he's going to tease a big announcement like that, because he doesn't usually do that. Put a lot of the Good Brothers were a huge announcement. So it's got to be that level or above, I would imagine.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe in the next week or two, we'll have more of an idea. Like we'll hear about somebody maybe having like an out clause in a contract, but to not only be available but be able to be showed on TV that soon, it does feel like it limits the pool unless it's somebody that hasn't been active maybe for a couple of years, but is still a big name out in the business. I know
we'll have to wait.
Like the Rybacks, the Goldbergs, Batista, like names out of like the blue that you don't normally see.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are dying for Ryback to show up someplace. Maybe not. Didn't Ryback say something about retiring recently or something?
Times, like I think he put stuff on social media, like he bets stuff almost. Like if this happens or this happens, I'll retire. But then he never does.
Right.
But I don't even know the last time he wrestled. Honestly, like I think he might be sort of retired. Like,
I think it's been a little bit.
Yeah. I think pretty much he does like food challenges on YouTube.
Oh yeah. He should go to like where they do those hot dog challenges and do one of those. Yeah.
Ryback v. Joey Chestnut.
Yeah. Someone in the chat here says, "I'll take Ryback over Ziggler." Ooh, harsh. So hey,
depends on what people want. Like
yeah, exactly.
Like Ryback at a time, he was extremely over in that company.
He was.
Like so, I'm not going to really say people are wrong. Like obviously that's like ancient history. It feels like, but he was very over at one time.
And that's crazy because that goes back about 10 years. It's hard to believe, but yeah.
Well, what did he do so well? And he had it. He had a catchphrase.
Well, it was that. And he had a hell of a push. He faced some significant people in the ring too, So yeah. That was one of those grassroots things. So,
I'm still around it. I'm in a little tournament.
Well, just be careful, Bill.
Yeah, actually, I'm in the home stretch, but don't need. But if you guys are still around in about 15 minutes, that's probably when I'm going to be home. So, but if not, I just want to make sure to still get on. Wish everybody, the TNI fam, a happy holiday because I don't think we'll be on after tonight before the holidays. But we'll be back on before the New Year for part 2 of the awards and the best of. So we'll definitely see you next week before the New Year's. But if I don't see anybody, obviously happy holidays. If I do see you, I'll say it again. But good job keeping on J-Bone and Alicia. So I'll let you guys take it away for the rest.
Wonderful.
Yeah, there's not too much left on the show here as I'm scrolling down the page. So yeah, we'll probably wrap it up soon. But thank you so much, Bill, for stopping in. You be safe, get home safe, all right?
All right, take it easy, guys.
Later.
Right. Later, brother.
Later.
Front row Bill, everyone. Front row Bill. All right. As we continue here. It's a critical sting. We're not seriously evoking the name of Ryback right now, are we? Yeah, it's subjective. Some people actually like him. Don't be like that. I'm kidding. It's just fun. You just you mention certain names and just wait to see what happens in the chat. All right, one to watch in 2024. And you know what? I couldn't agree with this one more myself. And I can't wait to get Alicia's thoughts on this one. One to watch in 2024 is Kylan King.
Yes, I'll agree with that.
Hell yeah. Yeah, ever since she came in the company, I number one, I was excited for it because I'm looking at her past, what she's done in wrestling, and could not believe that other places didn't scoop her up. She spent a significant time with AEW, and granted, I believe she was still kind of coming up in the biz, but I was really surprised that Tony didn't take a chance on her. So I am really happy that someone like Scott D'Amore, and the people running Impact Wrestling took a chance on her. She's absolutely been killing it with Taylor Wilde, and then unfortunately the Coven went by the wayside. Will we see Taylor again? We'll have to wait and see. She recently popped up on social media like, ooh, where is she? We'll have to wait. But yeah, can't wait to see what 2024 brings for Kylan King. Absolutely, I think she's going to be a future Knockouts champion. Another highlight, and I was really happy to be there for this one, was the hype in the room was insane for this, was the debut of Trinity in Impact Wrestling when she showed up in Chicago. I tell you, there was some great memories made in Chicago this year, and that is absolutely one of them. Was her debut. Would you agree, Alicia?
Yeah, I think it was a big deal. It was a big move on her part.
It was. And I know a lot of people were frowning on it when it first happened, but I think fans of Impact Wrestling look at it like, hey, we'll see what happens. But I think this year she absolutely stood out as someone who was, how do I say this? She really became part of that locker room.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't come in like, thinking, her shit didn't stink. Like, oh, I'm from WWE, and she's just gonna stand out from the rest and not be there, but not really be there.
Mm-hmm.
She absolutely proved everyone wrong there. She has had phenomenal matches with so many women of the roster, great moments. Even with one of her first matches, I believe, was with who we just talked about for 2024, one to watch, Kylan King. Right there was just a great moment, that really showed what the rest of the year was going to be like for Trinity. So yeah, phenomenal. We don't know how long she's going to be with the company, but it's been nothing but positive. And then, of course, announcing here, following that up, current reigning Knockouts World Champion is winning the year-end award for Knockout of the Year. Really no surprise there. What do you think, Alicia?
Brilliant. Well deserved.
Definitely. Yes, definitely well deserved. Yes. Took the words right out of my mouth. Just catching up on the chat here. Let's see what else is left here. Last but certainly not least on the show, they featured Slammiversary, the Knockouts World Championship match. Deonna Purrazzo defending against Trinity, and that was where Trinity did win and became Knockouts World Champion in Windsor, Ontario. Absolute highlight of 2023. And that's this, like, it's a perfect example of, she came in and she proved herself in the ring. For those of you who thought that Trinity was going to come in and stink up the joint, like maybe she wasn't as good of a wrestler as maybe some of the technical artists of TNA Impact, man, I think she turned a lot of heads. She proved a lot of people wrong. She even surprised me because, I mean, I never thought of Trinity as being like one of the top women, like even in WWE. It's like it's not until you give them the chance to shine, like Impact did. They gave her the chance to shine and just let her loose, and Trinity absolutely tore it up in 2023. Any other thoughts you got on Trinity, Alicia?
I'm glad that she's in Impact, because I said it right from the get-go, is that she's actually able to showcase how versatile and strong and athletic she is, whereas I felt in WWE she was constantly held back, whereas here she's been having like amazing matches with everybody she steps in the ring with, so good on her.
Hell yeah. Yeah, totally agree, 1,000%. So, and that is it for the show. And this is only part 1. So we're going to get part 2 next week, which will wrap up the year for Impact Wrestling. So, and I know you guys had mentioned before, we were tossing around the idea here. Dr. Gerb's talking about it's a charity street tomorrow. Just given that it's so close to the holiday, it's really hard for all of us to, get together on a show. It's not going to be tomorrow. We may do something after the holiday. We'll have to see how it goes. But no, there isn't going to be one tomorrow.
Sorry, guys.
We should. Yeah, sorry. It's just too tough. I think it was easier in years past when we had different schedules and stuff like that. It's just too hard right now.
Yeah, everybody's schedules conflict right now, so it's hard.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Doesn't mean we don't care. We just can't do it. But by all means, if you're in a generous mood this season, pick a charity of your own choice and donate to the cause. So but yeah, so that's it for this one. Glad Bill got in here and was able to give his thoughts on a few things. Thank you for joining me, Alicia.
Of course, it was fun.
Christmas is around the corner, and I hope and pray that from our crew to everyone out there, that you all have a safe and happy holiday, whatever you guys celebrate, whether you do or not. It's a very hectic time of year. Everybody, the hustle.
Everybody celebrates New Year's.
This is true.
You have no choice.
A little bit of that. Yeah. We'll have a little something next week. Absolutely. So just everyone stay safe out there, and just remember to at least be kind to one another out there as you're getting around the rest of this week, because that's number one out there. Just please be kind. It's so simple, but it can be the biggest thing in someone's day. Opening a door for someone, as simple as that, just something, just let it happen, folks. Plus it makes you feel damn good.
Whee!
Okay. So, all right. Much love, everyone. On your way out here, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to check out all the links in the description, including Manscaped. Got a hell of a deal down there, 20% off plus free shipping using code
Deck your balls.
TNI. That's right. The holiday season. Time to trim up, folks. You're going to show up and be the odd guy at the party, be like, oh, what's wrong with What's wrong with him? He didn't shave. Ugh, trim your shit up. Don't be like Uncle Bone over here. I need to trim up myself. So yeah, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of our content hits your screen. Take care, folks. Happy holidays. Much love. We'll see you next week.